Oh, hey! Merry Christmas po sa lahat. Merry Christmas. Kasalukuyang madaling araw po dito. Hindi naman madaling araw but early morning. Dito sa amin, it's just Christmas Day. Alam ko sa karamihan sa inyo, it's already Christmas night. December 25 na po ng gabi sa Philippines. So, kumusta po ang lahat? Kumusta kayo? Maligayang Pasko po sa inyong lahat. Yeah, so today magkakaroon tayo ng Q&A. Mag-Q&A po tayo ng Low Carb Christmas Special Q&A sa mga gustong magtanong, sa mga medyo nagkaroon ng indulging experience. Yan. Hi, Miss Abby. Merry Christmas po. Yes. Hi, Miss Maribel. Merry Christmas. Hello. Yeah. So jump in po kayo lahat at magkwentuhan tayo. Currently, dito, Noche Buena kami kanina. So, na ngayon, magsi-6 AM na po dito sa Vancouver, 6 AM ng December 25. Sa ibang parte ng mundo, lalo na yung mga taga-Australia, I think, na ngayon, December 26 na sa Philippines, patapos na yung December 25. I hope you all had a good Christmas celebration po. Sana lahat kayo ay nanatiling low carb sa inyong mga handaan. Ayan. So, yes, Merry Christmas po sa lahat. Yeah, blessed Christmas sa lahat po. So, yeah, today, lang tayo. Siguro yung may mga gustong itanong tungkol sa holiday season, yung indulgement na nangyayari kapag holiday season, ano yung mga pwede nating gawin. Sige po, ilagay po ninyo yung mga tanong ninyo. From Saudi, Miss Milagros. Hi. Yes, salamat po for watching, Miss Milagros. From Dubai, Miss Pressy Yagyagan. Hello po. Miss Sandra Salazar is also here. Ayan. So, ito. Mr. Jemima Mill, or is it Miss? Hindi ko po makita masyado yung picture. Hello, Doc. Pumapayat na po ako, nag-180 na ako. Parang may sakit ako tingnan pero di na tumataas sugar ko. How po i-stop ang pagpayat? Great question, sir or ma'am. So, stop ng pagpayat. Make sure, number 1, meet your protein requirements po. Napakahalaga. Ikalawa, build muscles po. You have to start working out, sir. So, importante, kailangan ma-meet natin yung protein requirement kasi kung hindi natin nami-meet yan, ang nangyayari ay patuloy tayong naglo-low carb, kumukuha siya sa ating muscles, right? Kasi yung muscle wasting, lalo na sa fat adaptation, yung ketosis. Pag nandun na kayo sa part ng fat adaptation, tapos hindi ninyo nami-meet yung protein requirement, saan ngayon kukuha ng fuel? Di sa muscles na po. So you do have to meet your protein requirement, number 1. Number 2, kailangan po natin mag-build ng muscles. So weight training, resistance training. Yes. Sir Robert Yu, hello sir. Merry Christmas po sa inyo, sir. Ayan. Daming ni sir, puso tsaka heart. Ay, puso tsaka rose. Thank you, sir. Okay, Mika Mix. Okay lang po ba uminom ng Diet Coke once in a while? So, we want to avoid all processed food, Miss Mika Mix. Although wala siyang sugar na, like, meron siyang synthetic sugars, but these synthetic sugars are sugar derivatives pa rin, So many times nilalagay nila dyan, mga sucralose, mga ganyan, maltodextrin, yung mga synthetic forms of sugar. Number 1, nakaka-trigger ng sweet cravings. Ikalawa, dahil processed masyado, chemical, hindi siya healthy. Always remember the inflammatory effect. So, kung maaari nating iwasan natin. Pwede naman tayong mag-carbonated water. Many times, hinahabol lang natin dun yung parang carbon, right? So, carbonated water po, flavor it with a little bit of lime, calamansi, you can, kung gusto nga ninyo, you can even put some of our approved sweeteners, pero hindi pa rin natin yan ina-advise kasi nga yung sweet craving, yung sugar cravings po. So, try natin iwasan as much as possible. Okay, sige po. Naghahanap pa ako ng mga questions dito. Marami pong bumabati. Merry Christmas po sa lahat. Merry Christmas sa lahat po. Miss Rufina, hello po. Okay, Miss Dolly. Doktora, hindi na pwede kumain ng karne or low carb kung wala ng apdo dahil sa bato. Puwede pa rin naman po, hindi naman po problema. Magkakaroon lang ng adjustment sa bowel movement many times, pero it shouldn't be a problem po. Okay, sino pa po ang nandito? Naghahanap lang po ako ng questions. Maraming salamat po sa mga bati po ninyo. Ayan, paano paano 'pag nakapag-cheat, Doc? Tulad ng salad, ano po ang gawin? So what do you mean po, yung nakapag-cheat ka ng high carb? So yes, kung nag-cheat, meron tayong special video about that. So pakihanap na lang po din dun sa ato ano, kasi napakakumpleto nung sagot ko dun. But meron tayong YouTube channel. Specifically, I talked about yung cheating, yung effect nito sa katawan. Ngayon kung nangyari naman na, that's okay, don't be too hard on yourself. Kung nangyari na, move on. So anong gagawin natin? If you can do some kind of, longer fast, do that para lang matulungan bumagsak yung insulin. It takes around 18 hours for that washout ng insulin sa katawan ano. So, wait for it na magkaroon ng washout and then go back right away sa iyong paglo-low carb. So, yun po yung pinakamagandang gawin diyan. Kung maiiwasan in the future, gawin natin. Okay, Miss Lenny. Hi doktora, ask ko lang po, nag-try po ako mag-keto at low carb. Ang problem ko po hindi ako nakakaramdam ng poop, need po uminom ako ng Dulcolax. Okay. So great observation. Meron tayong special video about this regarding constipation. So tatandaan po ano, kapag tayo ay regular na kumakain ng high carb, ano pong nangyayari? Number 1, madalas na pagkain, mas maraming bulk. Number 2, yung mga karamihan ng mga high carb food will actually give you, again, mas maraming bulk. Unang-una, mas maraming beses tayo kumakain kasi tayo ay laging gutom. So you cannot compare yung kain na 6 times a day sa kain na once or twice a day lang. Lalo na pag fat adapted ka na, hindi ka na masyadong nagugutom always. So ang mangyayari sa'yo niyan, you will only be eating 1 to 2 times a day. So definitely walang comparison yon. So what will happen is slowing down ng ating colonic motility po ano, dahil mas konti yung pumapasok. So you will feel the sensation na para kang constipated, but in reality, what's happening is less yung amount na dumadaan. So, and you may, kasi galing ka dun sa, like araw-araw kang dudumi from eating, let's say, 6 times a day, syempre parang yung body mo hinahanap yung sensation na ganun. Paano nga? You're eating, let's say, 4 times or less a day compared sa dati. So certainly, magkakaroon talaga ng change. And it's not real constipation. It's really just slowing down of yung motility. So ang mga pinakamainam gawin, again, pakihanap po, yung Level Up with Dr. Iris, meron siyang YouTube channel, yan yung website. Pero meron din tayong YouTube channel, meron tayong specific na video about this. Nandun yung kompletong explanation, ano mga pwedeng gawin. Ang usual po ay, you have to increase your fluid intake, you have to increase your fiber. So choose from our food guide, meron tayo doon ng mga low net carb, very fibrous vegetables na pwede nating kainin, pangtulong na magkaroon ng bulk. So what are these things? For example, broccoli, for example, cauliflower, very bulky po yung mga yan. And then you increase your fluid intake, make sure that you are moving, make sure that you are, having that regular movement, yung paggalaw-galaw po, kasi the more sedentary we are, the less na gagalaw yung colon. So those are the things na kailangan gawin po dyan. And later, you'll get adjusted to it po. Okay. I'm 64 years old, sabi ni Sir Jemima. Kaya ko pa resistance training? Opo. Kailangan natin mag-invest sa coach. Kahit ako po meron akong coach, we have to invest. Pa-train lang tayo kahit few sessions, kung anong kaya natin, patulong tayo mag-create ng program, and from there, saka tayo mag-build ng muscles sa tamang pamamaraan. Specifically dahil syempre pag tayo nagkakaedad, nagbabago yung dynamics natin, kailangan natin ng expert. Okay? Okay, Mr. Christian Dumpit. Good evening, Doc. Bakit po gano'n? Lagi po akong walang gana kumain. Gusto ko pong tumaba. Okay. So ito sir, do you mean wala kayong ganang kumain after na ninyo mag-low carb? Dahil ito po ay talagang sadyang effect niya, right? Dahil, when we become fat adapted, 'pag tayo ay nagbu-burn na ng sarili nating fat, ang nangyayari diyan hindi mo na mafe-feel yung gutom kasi you're burning your own fuel. The body is sensing na meron ka pang pagkukuhanan, so hindi ka niya bibigyan ng hunger signals. So ngayon, paano tataba? Sir, meet your protein requirements, pinakauna. Ikalawa, after meeting your protein requirements, you also build muscles. Hindi siya nadadala sa vitamins lamang po. Kailangan yung mga bagay-bagay na yun. Walang vitamins na makakapag-increase ng muscle bulk natin, kundi yung pag-exercise. Walang vitamins na magbi-build ng muscles natin, kundi protina. So yan ay nakukuha sa tamang pagkain. So ano ba yung protein requirement natin? So 1.2 to 1.7 grams per kilogram body weight. Kapag kayo ay magiging active talaga, you can go even all the way up to 2 grams per kilogram body weight. So anong itsura niyan? Let's say you are a 70 kilogram man and mag-bodybuilding ka, tapos imi-meet mo yung protein requirement mo, gusto mong tumaba, go up to 2. So 70 times 2 is 140. So magiging 140 grams of protein ang intake mo. So how does that look like? Silipin ko kung andito yung aking protein. I'm gonna show you. Pero nandiyan yan sa page ko. Yung protein, hinahanap ko lang. Give me a moment. Hindi pala naka-upload. Anyway, nandoon po sa page ko. Hanapin po ninyo yung photo. Makikita nyo doon yung post tungkol doon sa protein requirement natin na kailangan ma-meet for the day. May have something here. Silipin natin. No, ito yung mga do not eat or drink. Sandali. Hinahanap ko lang po. I may not have it here. Yeah, mukhang hindi ko. Wala siya dito. So anyway, sir, pakihanap po doon. Yeah, pakihanap na lang po doon. Wala pala dito, hindi naka-upload. So pakihanap doon sa page, Level Up with Dr. Iris, isang post siya tungkol sa proteins. Okay? So that's an example. You have to compute your protein requirement po. Depende sa inyong timbang. Okay? Okay, Miss Arlene. Doc, pwede magtanong, sino po kaya low carb dermatologist? Mr. ko suffering from allergies? Okay, sige po, stay tuned. Magtatanong po ako for you, Miss Arlene. Tanungin ko yung mga network natin. Okay, Mr. Louie, thank you for being honest. Cheat alak noon Pasko, Red Horse. Okay lang yun, sir. Sana, once lang po, So, okay lang yun. Next day, detox tayo, sir. Fasting tayo, lots and lots of fluids, and stay low carb po. Remember, alcohol blocks your fat burning capacity. Pag uminom tayo ng alcohol, hihinto yung ating fat burning. Kasi it's also a source of energy, right? So gagamitin muna siya ng katawan. So panandali ang mahihinto. So let it get excreted from your system and then go back po. Tayo, Sir Louie? Tayo ay detox through fasting and then mag-low carb tayo ulit. Okay, so Miss Melanie Sol, I just had my renal cyst removed via surgery last 27th of December. Is it fine to do LCIF? Ay, kababayan po, kumusta po? Salamat pong maray sa pag-iling sa mga kababayan ko po dyan sa Bicol. Hello po, kumusta ka mo gabos? Yeah, so Miss Melanie, it's okay. Renal cyst shouldn't be a problem po. Hello, Miss Mary. How are you? See you sa Monday ulit. So everyone who is doing the 28-day Launch Your Business Challenge, see you on Monday. Kita-kita ulit tayo sa ating patapos na tayo sa training, Almost done with the 28 days. Yay! Ready na kayo mag-launch ng business para pagpasok ng 2022. Talagang ready tayong mag-level up sa ating business and finances. Okay, Mr. Eric, Dura, "Doc, bakit po matigas ang bowel ko na every 2 days po ako?" Yeah, so sir, yung sagot po dito nasa YouTube. Punta po kayo sa Level Up with Dr. Iris. Meron ako doong special video regarding constipation. Na-explain ko na kanina dito sa video, sa question kanina, pero yan sir ay dahil sa adjustment. Mas konting pagkain ang pumapasok, siyempre mas madalang ang pagdumi natin, and doon sa video na-discuss ko kung paano natin siya ma-improve. Okay, Miss Shania, "Doc, gusto ko po pumayat pero hindi ko po mapigilan ng kumain ng kumain." Yes, pinakauna ma'am, Miss Shania, pinakaunang kailangan nating gawin ay ito, susundan natin siya. The reason behind hindi tayo matigil sa pagkain kasi may mga pagkain na nandiyan sa pula niyan, so the red section na pagpatuloy nating kinakain talagang lagi tayong magugutom. So yan, yung nasa pula, stop. Parang traffic light po ano, green, go, pause, and stop. So kung yung usual lifestyle natin, kumakain tayo mainly from the stop section, magugutom talaga tayo lagi because of the effect ni boss insulin, right? Boss insulin, siya yung big boss, ayan. 'Pag nasi-stimulate mo si boss insulin, it tells your body to keep storing fat, and it's a vicious cycle dahil the more that you are, eating these foods that stimulate you to store fat, the more na kakain ka pa rin. Kasi yan yung yung state of insulin resistance, and of course yung addiction, yung sugar addiction na nangyayari. So, there's no other way po kundi talagang sundan yung ating food guide. Okay, so hopefully ma-download nyo yan. Saan ida-download? Doon sa levelupwithdriris.com. Yan, dyan po mada-download yan. Libre po yan. Okay, and sino pa po? Okay, ito maglalabas ako ng video about this, Miss Editha, great question. Okay lang po ba yung timbang ko, 44 to 45, 5 feet po ang height? Okay, so we go by the waist-height ratio. Kung ano yung inyong waist, hindi yung balakang, so di ba yung waist pa ganon? Yung waist, yung maliit na bahagi, yung sukat nun, tsaka yung sukat ng inyong height, dun tayo magko-compute. Meron po akong post about dyan. Hanapin ko kung nandito, give me a moment. Pag wala dito, mahahanap nyo yan doon sa Level Up with Dr. Iris. Ito, I think, meron ba dito? Parang wala. Anyway, nandoon po yan. I posted about it already. Hanapin po natin, and meron tayong video na ilalabas about that. Great question. Marami nagtatanong tungkol dyan. Pakiabangan na lang po yun. Ilalabas natin yun this coming week. Yan. Okay, and sino po? Okay, MJ Bonita. How to deal with atopic dermatitis? Can LCIF way of eating really help? Depende po. Iba't iba yung dahilan ng atopic dermatitis. Many times it's related to the high carb lifestyle dahil sa inflammation po na nai-incite ng sugar. Now, sometimes hindi siya related doon. Some people will have it related sa weather, for example. Other people, it can be related sa something that came into contact sa kanilang balat. So, yung iba sa stress. Iba-iba po yung dahilan niyan. Ngayon, majority ay dahil sa pamamaraan ng pagkain. So, it's worthwhile to try yung LCIF way of eating, way of life. Kung hindi mawala pa rin, patingin po sa doctor. Minsan iba ang dahilan. Pero yun nga, you can never go wrong by eating healthy. Okay. Asen Sineva, "Hi Doc, ask ko lang po kung okay lang maging maintenance ang potassium sulfate. Thank you." So, ito po, now potassium, you are only using that dahil nakakaramdam kayo ng mga side effects, yung keto flu, mga ganyan, yung mga cramping, mga weakness. Kapag kayo ay fat adapted na, you don't necessarily have to be on supplements anymore. pakiramdaman po ninyo yung katawan ninyo kasi yung mga people who are already in ketosis tapos hindi naman kayo nagro-roller coaster, you won't necessarily have to be on that. Kasi you will have enough from your own diet. Yung body ninyo is very capable of maintaining yung equilibrium ng katawan natin when it comes to electrolytes. Kaya lang merong adjustment sa simula ng pag-LCF lifestyle kung saan babagsak yung mga salt, yung mga electrolytes dahil kayo ay nag-a-adjust pa lang sa pagiging fat adapted. But when you're already in ketosis, it shouldn't be a problem anymore. Okay? Pero yun nga, if you need to take it, then you need to take it. Depende sa sintomas po. Okay. So, Miss Josephine Borboran, Doc, pwede ba mag-low carb ang 12 years old with psoriasis? Usually, ang mga bata po are okay to do low carb. Yung psoriasis, again, is an immune-mediated condition. Many times, it can improve with this lifestyle. Sometimes, it won't. Depende. Immune-mediated siya, pero having said that, it can still really be tied in with nutrition. So, it's always worth a try to do yung nutritional, yung nutritional regimen muna. So, low carb. Pero yun nga, in terms of guarantee, hindi natin mag-guarantee kasi hindi naman lahat ng psoriasis gagaling sa paglo-low carb. But again, as with other medical conditions, you can never go wrong with eating healthier. Okay? Okay. So, Miss Milagros Magno, Doc, if may transplanted na pong kidney na nag-fail ulit, so nag-undergo ulit siya ng dialysis. Okay. So, ito po, there are a few layers to this po. Number one, bakit nagkaroon ng kidney failure? Hindi lahat ng kidney failure ay related sa lifestyle. So, usually lifestyle is around 70%. Ano-anong lifestyle conditions? Diabetes, bigger majority, and then high blood pressure. So 40-30%, total will be around 70% lifestyle. Pero merong 30% that are not related to lifestyle. At hindi siya gagaling sa paglo-low carb. So unang tanong, bakit nag-kidney failure? Ano yung dahilan? Kung ang dahilan ay lifestyle, then, you have to work closely with, meron po akong video about this. Lahat ng mga tanong ninyo, may videos na ako about that. Nasa YouTube lang po. Ang kidney failure kasi, medyo masela na yan dahil yung protein requirement dyan, medyo meron na tayong cap. Mababa usually yung cap ng protein requirement for people with kidney failure. So yung kung ina-advise natin sa group natin is 1.2 to 1.7 all the way to 2 grams per kilogram. Pag may kidney failure na tayo, usually yung mga ganyang dialysis range, ang protein requirement niyan will go down to 0.6 to 0.8 grams per kilogram. So, mababa, maselan. If you eat more protein, baka lalong lumala yung kidney damage. And this is why you have to work closely with a dietitian na may alam sa kidney diseases and a nephrologist. So, hindi po basta-basta ito ginagawa. Okay? Kailangan ng patnubay pag mga ganito ng kalala po. Okay. Jemima, di na talaga tumataas sugar ko. Just wondering kasi kahit kumain ako ng caution, di na tumataas talaga. Okay. So, it's very good to have, ganito po yan. When it comes to knowing kung talagang maganda ang control ninyo, you should not only have yung inyong home monitoring, kundi kailangan po meron pa rin tayong objective measurement sa lab. Kumusta ang A1C ninyo? Every 3 months dapat yan. Hindi dapat tayo humihinto na one time lang. Akala nyo okay na, nagme-measure kayo sa bahay, okay na, wala kayong laboratory measurement. That's not good practice. You have to continue to have every 3 months A1C, kumusta yung inyong creatinine, ACR, kumusta yung inyong fasting glucose. Kung ano yung mga resulta nun, doon tayo magbabase kung gaano ka-frequent yung ating monitoring and then kung talaga bang in remission na po kayo. We cannot just rely on our home monitors, okay? So pasuri po tayo, kuha tayo ng mga objective measures na yon, hindi lang isang beses, kundi serial. every 3 months. Ako ang ginagawa ko 1 year na regular na talaga siya every 3 months without medication, saka ko palang sasabihin sa patient na in remission ka na. We cannot just allow na wala ng test tapos sa bahay na lang. That's not good practice po, okay? So hopefully kayo ay makapagpatingin ulit at makapagpa-laboratory. Okay, Miss Susan de la Cruz from Caloocan. Doc, 1 month na po ako sa low carb, nag-lab test ako. Yes. Siyempre po ma'am, 1 month pa lang po kayo. This is a marathon, this is not a sprint. Ito po ay lifestyle. Imagine kung ang inyong, cholesterol at uric acid ay let's say a year, 2 years, 3 years ng mataas, you cannot expect po na in 1 month mare-reverse siya. Right? The longer that you've had the medical condition, the more that you have to understand that this is a marathon. Hindi po ito madalian. Okay? Persist. Continue po ang lifestyle. Be faithful to the food guide. And then, patuloy natin, idagdag natin yung intermittent fasting kasi mukhang long ways to go pa tayo. And then, serial monitoring para ma-track kung ito ay bumababa na. Hindi po natin pwedeng i-expect na 1 month mare-reverse lahat, okay? So, you're in this for the ano na po ito, lifestyle na siya. Hindi siya panandalian lang po. Okay, fibroids, Miss Jennifer De Leon. Okay, fibroids by themselves will not necessarily shrink sa paglo-low carb. So, may mga fibroids, you know, there may be like an inflammatory component to some, but hindi talaga siya lifestyle related. It's always worth to try the lifestyle, but it's not one of those na guarantee na mag-shrink. Kasi kahit yung mga tao na, you know, hindi naman sila high carb, meron pa rin fibroids, right? But again, you can never go wrong with eating healthier. Okay, Miss Michelle Mabaza, Doc, from 69 naging 66 po ako ngayon pero never na ako nakamove sa timbang ko. Mag 2 months na po ako naka-fasting at low carb. Yes, expected po ito ma'am. Unang-una, number 1, kailangan nating maintindihan na ang weight loss na nangyayari from low carb fasting, pinakamabilis usually sa first 2 to 3 months. Talagang bagsak yan. After a while, it will plateau. Dahil once, you know, na tayo yung maging fat adapted na, yung pinaka-fat burning niya, mas mabagal na proseso. So it'll be, gano'n na siya. Hindi na siya yung biglang bagsak, dahan-dahan na siya. Ikalawang kailangan malaman, kumusta po ang inyong paglo-low carb? Are you really faithful sa food guide? Kasi karamihan ng mga tao na naglo-low carb fasting, after masanay ng few months, hindi nila napapansin, unti-unti nang nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na carb creep. Porque, you know, feel nila, okay, gamay ko na itong lifestyle na ito. Slowly, bit by bit, they are allowing some carbs to come in again sa kanilang diet. So, nangyayari dyan, when you are allowing these, you know, carbs na unti-unting mag-creep up sa inyong diet, yung timbang nagsustall. Okay? So, first of all, tignan po natin yun. Are we faithful kay food guide? Ikalawa, kumusta yung fasting natin? Baka naman may room pa tayo kay fasting na medyo tagalan siya. The other solution to this would be do extended fasting. Meron po tayong videos niyan sa YouTube, panoorin nyo po. Extended fasting may be what you will need to jumpstart yung inyong weight loss ulit. Okay, extended fasting, by that I mean up to 3 days at least. More than that, you will need supervision. Okay, pero makakatulong po yung more extended fasting sa pag-jumpstart ulit ng ating weight loss. Okay, Miss Abby, kailan pwede mag-workout? 3 months na naka-LCIF? Well, you can work out naman na po. Ang ano lang dito kasi, we are educating you na hindi talaga si exercise ang magiging paraan para mag-lose ng weight. Pero you can work out anytime. Kasi, you know, working out, it has its own benefits na hindi siya yung pang weight loss, kundi cardiovascular health, you know, memory, sleep, de-stressing, yung talagang pag-optimize ng wellness ninyo. So you can do that anytime. It's just, don't expect na yan ang magpapalose ng weight sa inyo. Dahil it's always an 80-20 rule. The cornerstone is still nutrition. 80% will still come from nutrition. But even though hindi ka umaasa kay workout para mag-lose ka ng weight, importante si workout kasi siya yung mag-optimize ng iba pang bahagi ng wellness mo. At the same time, nakakatulong siya sa later sustainability ng lifestyle na ito because it will help i-reset yung BMR ninyo, yung basal metabolic rate. Minsan kasi lalo pat pag masyado nang mababa yung ating intake, ang basal metabolic rate natin, bumabagsak din yan, bumababa. So, ang mangyayari, umunti nga yung kinakain mo, babagal din yung metabolism mo. So, parang catch up lang sila, right? Your body is just resetting yung kanyang weight thermostat. So, exercise is one of the most effective ways para matulungan na yung BMR natin ay medyo stabilize din, na hindi siya susunod doon sa pagbaba ng intake natin ng food. Okay. Okay, Dr. LCF, Miss Marie. LCF for autoimmune disease, nakakatulong po. Okay, diagnose CIDP on third day of IVIG. Yes, it's not a guarantee, hindi lahat ng cases na makakatulong ito, but certainly some autoimmune conditions can be triggered by yung lifestyle, high carb lifestyle po. We have seen cases kung saan yung mga autoimmune diseases can be reversed dahil lang sa paglo-low carb, but it's not a guarantee. Kasi sometimes yung inciting trigger ng autoimmune condition is not related to lifestyle. Okay? And okay, Miss Iya, ang complete explanation po nito nasa YouTube channel ko. Level Up with Dr. Iris, hanapin ninyo yung cholesterol and tumaas yung cholesterol from LCIF. Nandun po yung complete explanation. Okay, para po talagang maintindihan natin na maigi. Okay, so Level Up with Dr. Iris, YouTube. Okay, Miss UD or Mr. UD Alonto. Doc, I took 3 bite-sized servings of low carb wafers after my dinner, 3 pieces chicken adobo sauteed ampalaya with eggs. Some of the ingredients are wheat flour, coconut oil, glucose syrup, buttermilk, whey powder. Yan. Of course, ma'am, you are. Ito pong low carb wafer, so there you go. The ingredients are wheat flour. Wheat flour, number 1 po yan sa ating, these are refined grains po, So, glucose, obviously, is sugar. That's the other form. Yan yung pinaka-breakdown ng sugar po, glucose. So, yung wheat flour, yung glucose, yung soy flour dyan, ito pa, fat-reduced cocoa. So, these are all in our stop section. You are breaking po yung inyong low-carb diet. Try to avoid these types of food. Try to make your own desserts. Ayan, kakalabas ko lang ng mga videos ko about Basque burnt cheesecake, about carrot cake, mga low-carb approved ingredients po. Watch nyo na lang po. And join our communities po. Sa communities, maraming mga nag-share ng kanilang mga recipes for low-carb goodies para tayo maiiwasan ng kumain ng mga ganyan. Okay. Okay. So, Miss Fe, Noche, anong type ng protein? So, hindi po yung type ang pinag-uusapan. Ang tanong dito is, anong level, anong stage ng inyong kidney disease? Kasi nakadepende dyan kung ano yung magiging protein requirement po ninyo. Panoorin nyo po yung video ko about chronic kidney disease and low carb. Nandun po yung iba't ibang levels, naka-outline sa video, and kung ano yung protein requirement natin. Okay? Yan. Miss Vivian Sarimo, Doc, naparami po ang kain ng fruit salad. Pwede po bang kumain din ng salt para... Hindi po ganon. You will have to wait for your system. It doesn't work that way po. Hindi po siya mag-work na parang kukontrahin mo with salt. No. You will have to wait for that insulin effect na ma-wash out. So, try natin mag-fasting ng 18 hours. Huwag tayo munang kakain. And then, lang po, yung approved liquids lang, water, tea, black coffee. And then, after that, go back to low carb po. antayin lang natin na ma-wash out, specifically fruits po ano, fruits kasi merong fructose. Diretso po ang tama niyan sa atay, right? It's a direct pathway. Hindi na yan dadaan kay insulin, so mas dangerous pa nga siya, right? Fatty liver, insulin resistance. Yes. Miss Judy, meron po bang low carb advocate sa Cagayan? Itatanong ko po, I'm not so sure, pero sila Doc Fee and Doc Mike are doing virtual. Si Dr. Lisel Ganancial is doing virtual as well. So, try po natin doon. Okay. So, Tony White. Hello, Doc. I have goals, so am I starting low carb diet? Will it affect me? There's a possibility po na mag-worsen, magkaroon ng initial. Hindi lahat ng tao, pero may posibilidad kasi ang issue pag meron ka ng gallstone. So, tandaan po natin ano, si gallbladder ay pouch. Siya ay sisidlan, lalagyanan siya ng mga bile. Ano, pag meron na kayong stone, so nandun na siya. Pag kayo ay kakain ng fat, every time kayo kakain ng, and sa lifestyle natin, meron tayong protein, meron tayong fat. So, natural na yung gallbladder natin magko-contract. Kasi para ma-release niya yung bile na naka-store doon, magko-contract siya. Pag nag-contract siya, yung mga stones na dati na nandyan can move up. Ang kaso, makipot yung daluyan yung gallbladder neck. Yung parang daluyan from the gallbladder, meron siyang daluyan papunta doon sa ating intestine para mag-release ng bile, pang-neutralize ng fat. So, ang mangyayari, kung meron na tayong stone dati, pag mag-contract yan, sometimes yung stone na didislodge, umaakyat, maiipit dun sa makipot na daluyan, masakit po yun. So, many times, people will get like a transient cholecystitis. So, yung nagkakaroon ng atake ng pamamaga ng gallbladder. Hindi lahat ng kaso nangyayari yan, but it's good for you to know that para you know what to expect po. Okay, so that's a great question, Miss Tony. But having said that, again, when you adapt this lifestyle, it will always do good for you. Kahit may konting, aberya sa simula, there's an adjustment, but you will always benefit from eating healthier this way. Okay, Miss Crispina Reyes, gamot sa keto rash, ano pong gagawin? So, hydrate well po. Number 1, hydrate tayo na maayos. Number 2, you can increase your net carb intake. Kukuha pa rin tayo doon sa food guide. Hindi basta-bastang pag sinabing increase net carb intake, kakain kayo ng high carb. No. Tataasan lang natin ng konti yung ating allowance para lang hindi siya super keto. Kasi nanggagaling yan dun sa evaporation ng ketone bodies, yung acetone, nag-evaporate sa ating balat, nagra-rash, nagpapantal-pantal, makati. It is transient. Tuloy-tuloy lang yung lifestyle. Hydrate tayo, but at the same time, let us increase a little bit. So, kung kunyari kayo ay keto talaga, 20 grams. Silipin natin kung nandito. So, 20 grams. Itaas po natin. Pwede kayong 30 grams. So, yan. Usually, nangyayari siya sa mga tao na yan, yung 20 talaga, under 20 grams per day. Itaas natin ng konti, pwedeng 30. Try ninyo. Baka pag 30 mawala si keto rash, then there you go. Try lang natin magstay hanggang kay moderate, okay? Huwag tayong lalagpas, lalo na beyond liberal, kasi high carb na ulit tayo, kung ganun. Okay, so thank you for that. Meron din po akong video about that, keto rash, nasa YouTube lahat. Okay. Okay, Miss Eunice, Yambao. So, bakit nakakaramdam ng muscle and joint pains? Ano po ang pwedeng gawin? So, same logic po. Ito ay dahil sa pagbagsak ng electrolytes. So, when we are transitioning from being a sugar burner to fat burner, pag tayo ay nagbe-burn na ng fat, nandiyan na yung mga tinatawag na ketone bodies, So, yan, iniihi po natin yan kasi that's the way it's getting excreted, either through the skin, kaya nga may keto rash, or sa ihi. Ngayon, pag inihi mo yan, kaya nga mapapansin nyo, mapapadalas yung pag-ihi ninyo sa start ng lifestyle na ito. Kung ihi ka ng ihi, sasama sa ihi mo lumabas yung mga salts, yung mga electrolytes, sodium, potassium, pati yung magnesium mo babagsak din. And these are the things that can give you itong mga sintomas na ito na, achy muscles and joints, yung tinatawag ng keto flu. So, anong solusyon? Yun po, panoorin yung video ko about yung low carb side effect and what to do. Nandun yung electrolyte replacement po na formula para yun ang iinumin natin, pati yung replacement ng iba't iba ding electrolytes na kung gusto lang natin i-supplement. Okay? Para po maiwasan ang malalang side effects itong mga keto flu na ito. Okay, Miss Susana iyo, Bicolana po ako, taga Naga po kamo. Ayan. Iyo po, taga Legazpi po ako. Salamat unon pong maray sa pag-iling pirmi. Okay. OB. So, Miss Lani Yap, great news. Meron po tayong gynecologist, OB-GYN, Dr. Kim, Saskia Espiritu. I think Dr. Kim, yeah, Dr. Kim Regina Saskia Espiritu. Paki-check po yung page ni Dr. Kim. I think natag ko siya dun sa isa kong, I think I tagged her dun sa isa kong post. Hanapin niyo po dun sa aking Facebook page, Level Up with Dr. Iris. Meron po doon na post yung tungkol sa lifestyle. Hanapin niyo po yung mga picture. Nakatag po lahat dun ng advocates. Nandun po si Dr. Kim. And Dr. Kim is an OBGYN. Okay, Sir Harvey Season. Doktora, pag extended fasting po, anong form po ng potassium at magnesium? Yan. So ito po, iba't iba yung brands niyan, sir. Depende kung nasaan kayo. So potassium can be KCl, it can be sulfate, so gluconate. Ngayon, depende, babasahin nyo na lamang po dun sa, ano niya, yung, depende kasi sa kanyang salt. So, basahin nyo kung ano yung recommended niya for the day. And yung video ko po na kasi maluwag naman yan potassium usually up to 4,000 to 5,000 milligrams. Dun sa video ko, sir, sa YouTube about yung side effects ng low carb, nandun yung mga amounts. Magnesium naman, you can go up to 500. Iba-iba din ang formulation niyan. Merong magnesium na yung hydroxide, merong magnesium disglycinate, yun yung iniinom ko. Depende kung nasaan kayo. So, ang importanteng malaman po is yung kanyang amount per day. So, 500 kay magnesium, si potassium 4,000 up to 4,000 milligrams. Okay? And depende po yun, sir, sa brand, sa salt. So, tignan po ninyo yung, if in doubt, always talk to the pharmacist there. Tanong nyo lang, ito po bang available na ito na salt? Ano po yung milligrams nito? As long as you know the amount na cap per day, you'll be fine po. Okay? So, pakipanood na lang po yun, sir. Yung low carb side effect video ko sa YouTube, nandun yung mga electrolytes. Okay, and okay, Miss Lucy Bellarmino, schedule for prolapse uterine, okay lang continue yung low carb. Okay lang po yun, ma'am. That's fine. Okay. Okay, Miss Mika Mix, yan. So, bakit nag-stagnate? Yes, that's normal to expect that. Yun nga, baka kailangan natin ng element ng longer fasts. So, try po natin yon. Okay. Dioric ta, maray na bang gitabi, kuta igwa ng low carb store digdi sa Bicol. Iyo po, sa shout out po kita sa mga kapwa ta Bicolano dyan, ba adi igwang gustong magbukas kay mga low carb stores. Yeah, that'll be great. Salamat pong maray sa pag-iling. Okay. Miss Emily Mangampo, hindi po ako nagtatanggap ng patients. Unang-una po, wala po ako sa Philippines, I'm in Canada. Pero meron akong good news. Lahat ng gusto pong mag-join sa libreng Zoom session, magsa-start na po yan. Isang public service po yan na ginagawa ko. I'll be doing that once a month. Kung gusto po ninyo mag-join, the way to join that will be, join kayo doon sa group ko, Low Carb Fasting Holistic Wellness na group. Ayan. Diyan po yung ilalabas yung announcements regarding yung Zoom meets. Doon sa Zoom, pwede kayong magtanong sa akin ng live. Hindi ako nandun para magdoktor, kundi magbigay lamang ng information, gabay, para when you talk to your own doctors, you have a little bit more information po, So, yun. You're all invited na mag-join doon sa libreng Zoom session ko. Abangan natin dyan sa Low Carb Fasting Holistic Wellness ang announcement kung kailan siya, doon ipopost yung link. So, kasi pasensya na po at ako'y talaga napakaraming pasyente. Hindi ako pwede magtanggap ng new patients, and also I'm here in Canada. Ayan. So, Miss F. Stalo, yes. Hello, in Malaysia. Nandun po yung answer niyan sa video ko. Cauliflower can trigger arthritis? Not necessarily. Not necessarily po. The thing that triggers arthritis, iba't iba yung arthritis po, ano? Merong arthritis na structural, ibig sabihin, age-related siya. So, bone on bone, right? Merong arthritis na autoimmune. So, yung mga rheumatoid arthritis, so hindi siya related sa aging or structural. It's related sometimes to the lifestyle. So, depende po yan. Now, cauliflower, hindi naman yan high sugar. That's a low net carb na pagkain. Unless na lang talaga meron kayong specific na reaction sa kanya. But I would still encourage you po to try na mag low carb pa rin. Leg cramps is coming from electrolyte disturbances. Okay. Miss Melda Nasa, may almoranas, ang asawa, pwede po ba? Pwede naman po i-try. Baka mabawasan ang timbang. Pag nabawasan ang timbang, then yung almoranas huhupa. Okay. Miss Melanie Sol, is it okay po, Doc, sa TMAD kahit 1 month pa lang po LCIF? Okay lang po. You can vary. It's very flexible. Pwede kayo mag-TMAD, mag-OMAD. It's up to you. It's very flexible po. You have to find the right fit for you. Okay. Okay, ngayon, ito po, this is not low carb. So, pemphigoid, okay. So, pemphigoid, it is one of those, yun nga, autoimmune din siya. Ngayon, low carb will not obviously cure that, but it can help with overall wellness. So, it is okay. Wala namang contraindication si pemphigoid. Try lang natin. Baka makatulong din sa overall wellness niya. Arwin Flores, Doc, bakit po laging constipated at itchy skin? So lahat po yan, sir, nasagot kanina. Constipation is mainly an adjustment to having less fiber, less na times na kumakain. Yung itchy skin po, keto rash yan, sir. So yan ay sa beginning stages ng paglo-low carb, gawa ng pag-evaporate ng acetone sa balat. It's transient, mag-i-improve din po yan. Panoorin po natin yung video, mahaba ang sagot ko doon sa YouTube, nakalagay low carb side effects. So, yun po. Sino pa po ang may tanong? Marami pang tanong. Sandali lang, tingnan natin. Nasaan na ba ako? Ayan. So, vitiligo by itself, it is an autoimmune condition. I cannot guarantee na mawawala yan, but it's always worth a try. It's not really related to lifestyle dahil autoimmune nga siya, but you never know if by going low carb, maglasan yung inflammation. So, itong numbing of the legs, yes, probably due to the low carb induction phase. So, again, electrolytes po ang sagot. Okay, ganun din. Ang pulikat, likely related sa pag-start ng low carb. Kung kayo ay nag-start na, Miss Vivian. Kung naman hindi pa kayo nagsa-start, baka iba yung cause. Pero kung nag-start na kayo sa paglo-low carb, it's likely the electrolyte disturbances. Okay, yung shirataki rice, sabi ni Mr. George, naka-constipated po ba? Not necessarily. It is fiber po. It is a complete fiber. Pag kinain nyo yan, zero absorption yung carbs niyan most of the time. So it should actually even increase. So makakatulong po siya. The key with that is number 1, have enough fluids po. Kasi no matter how much fiber you take, kung kayo naman po ay kulang ng fluid, remember, ang trabaho ng colon natin is to absorb. Ina-absorb niya yung mga fluid doon. So the longer that it's staying there, kasi hindi na kayo kasing dalas kumakain, it's staying there for a longer time before it moves down. So more and more siyang na-absorb ng water. So kung kulang pa kayo sa pag-inom ng tubig, then magiging constipated talaga kayo. Ikalawa, movement po, sir. Kailangan nating gumagalaw, naglalakad. We have to be mobile, dahil yun yung isa pang ways to stimulate our colon to move more. So movement, increase your fiber intake. So aside from shirataki rice, dagdagan natin ng mga low net carb veggies that are very high in fiber. So yan na po yung mga kanina, broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, mga ganun po, high fiber vegetables po ang kailangan natin. Okay. Okay. Miss Susana from Tehran. Oh, sa Iran. Hello po. Bakasyon lang po ako digdi sa anak ko. May tanong lang sana. May maintenance ako amlodipine. Nag-start na din ako. Life without rice. Okay lang ba i-alternate ko ang pag-inom ng maintenance ko hanggang totally? Ito po hindi ginagawa. So everyone who has maintenance medications, please work closely with your doctor. I created a video about this dahil kailangan ninyong malaman kung bakit dapat nakikipag-coordinate kayo sa doctor ninyo. Hindi lang po yan basta-basta na subjective measure ninyo ang pinagbasihan tapos tatanggalin na ang gamot. Hindi po gano'n. The reason why you have to work closely with your doctor is we need to have a series of objective measurements. Titignan natin, kumusta ba yung inyong kidneys? Kasi that's one of the things that high blood pressure affects, right? Yung kidneys natin. Ikalawa, syempre, yung pagme-measure ng mismong pressure by the doctor. Pag-check sa body natin kung meron tayong mga target organ damages from high blood pressure, for example. So, hindi po ito basta-bastang ihinihinto lang dahil feeling mo okay ka na. Work closely with your doctor to be weaned off properly. Weaning off means dahan-dahaning tinatanggal. Maaring susunod, kalahati lang muna, then bawasan ulit. But at the same time, you are getting your necessary workups. Hindi po tayo pwedeng nanghuhula. Kailangan lagi may objective. At least that's how I practice. Kasi I cannot rely on subjective lang. We need to have objective measures. Okay? Kasi hindi natin pwedeng i-assume na, wala ka ng blood pressure problem, okay na yung kidneys mo. How do you know that? Right? So, hindi po pwede. Again, I discourage you everyone to just give up and discontinue your medications without proper guidance from your own doctors po. Dahil marami pa pong kaming tinitignan. Kung ang inyong doctor ay diligent, they will look at the other parameters before they say na completely na-reverse na yung inyong condition. Okay? Miss Jen, Doc, good evening. Paano po kaya mawawala pag smoke? Mataas sugar at cholesterol, naka-LCF, kaso hirap. Yeah, so meron po, ay just mabalus po sa Indo. So, igwa po na mga bulong na pigtatao para mag-stop ang smoking. So, iba't iba yan. So, here in Canada and the US, we use Wellbutrin. So, yung mga Champix, we use nicotine patches. So, work with your doctor po to get the replacements. Para, kasi smoking, talagang bako iyan na maray para sa health ta po. It has a long-term effects, obviously, bako lang sa lungs, but also our blood vessels, nagiging stiff siya. So, it contributes later to obviously high blood pressure, vascular disease. So kaipuhan talaga pong i-stop ang smoking. But there are medications that we can give to help you stop smoking. So please get the prescription from your doctor po. Okay. Miss Tess, Zafe. Hello, Doc. Nag-start po ako low carb November 2. Also last year, 58, 52 na po ako ngayon. Ang problema ko ay fluffy arms. Although lumiit na rin po, almost an inch, malaki pa rin tingnan. Unlike po sa mga legs ko, lumiit, nabawasan. Yes, kasi po, ito po ma'am ay depende sa ating body structure. So bawat isa sa atin may iba't ibang hugis ng katawan, right? There are people, for example, who have yung tinatawag nating pear shape. Merong mga tao, apple shape, mga ganun. So, depende sa structure ng katawan mo. Some areas of your body will want to hold on to the fat longer. And yan, hindi natin mapipredict, iba-iba yan bawat tao. Now, the thing to do with that is to actually, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina doon sa iba, is to work with a coach who can help you na i-restructure yung body mo. Kasi pag ganyan, kailangan mong daanin talaga yan sa workout. You have to target certain areas. Depende kasi yan sa body type nyo po. Okay, so Ms. Tess, it's likely yung inyong hawas ng katawan ninyo. Yung hugis po, yung shape. Okay. Ayan, Miss Marlene Cortez. Hi, Doc. Okay lang ba UMAD following the food list? May hyperthyroidism at nag-take ng L-troxin. Ngayon natigil. Di na po nakabalik sa doktor dahil pandemya, hirap magbiyahe. Lalo pa walang bakuna. Pero lumiit po ang goiter ko habang nag-low carb. Maliit po ang bukol, parang itlog ng butiki pa. Sana masagot ninyo. Okay, so a few different things here. Okay lang ba OMAD following the food list? Yes. May hypothyroidism, certainly kailangan po ninyong magpa-check ulit. I understand pandemic. Try natin po yung mga online na uri ng pagpapa-check-up. Kailangan ito masundan ng laboratory test and then later ultrasound kasi kailangan natin malaman ano ba yung ginagawa ng ano na yan, ng bukol ninyo. Siyempre may mga bukol na hindi maayos, right? May mga bukol na benign, ibig sabihin hindi siya harmful. Merong mga bukol na harmful, kailangan tanggalin. So you have to know, and the only way you'll know that is ultrasound, and then yung pinaka-function ng thyroid is through the blood test. So try po nating kumuha ng online consultation po. Okay? Yes. So ito, again, Miss Susana, abangan natin yung video ko about yung waist-height ratio. It depends on your height and yung ating waist. Okay. Hi, Miss Christine. See you on Monday. Hello. Again, shout out to everyone who's doing the 28-day Launch Your Business Online Challenge. Malapit na. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Miss Aliza Imra. 2 months low carb na po ako, bumaba ang sugar ko, high blood at cholesterol maintenance ko. Nagpa-laboratory, ituloy ko daw ang diet at tuloy lang gamot sa cholesterol at high blood. Medyo dry skin po ako, may skin rashes. So usually dry skin, so eat nutrient-dense meals. Make sure na kumpleto ang ating vitamins and minerals. Sometimes related siya doon. Tapos hindi pa nutrient-dense yung meals natin. Hydrate well. Pwede tayong mag-lotion din, pangtulong. Rashes mainly coming from yung fat adaptation, keto rash po, ano? So from the transitioning, it is mainly transient. So lumilipas din po yan. The important thing is to eat properly po, ano? Nutrient dense. Otherwise, nagkakaproblema tayo kasi kulang tayo ng mga vitamins and minerals. Okay. Merry Christmas po, Miss Riri Ru, Rack. Okay, Doc, okay lang ba gamitin ang palm oil if not available? Okay, so okay lang po, Miss Rachel Colera, ang palm oil pero yung pula, kasi meron ding palm oil na synthetic. So, yung red na palm oil, yun yung parang pinaka-virgin niya eh. So, okay lang yun in lieu of the coconut. So, hanapin natin yun. Yung pula, dapat nakalagay extra virgin, mga ganyan. Homemade chicken oil, okay lang po yan. Coming from animal fat, that's fine. Okay. Pwede po ba, Miss Lime, mag-low carb at fasting pag wala ng gallbladder? Okay lang po. Mr. Herminio Maala, Doc, ano pong tamang protein intake doing LCIF for prevention po ng sakit? Yung lahat po, sir, na nasa food guide natin, again, food guide, mada-download sa levelupwithdriris.com. Libre po yan. Lahat ng nandyan, ayan po, oh. Nakikita niyo yung green, yung go section. Merong sariling section ang proteins dyan. Lahat po ng proteins dyan, sir, pwede natin kainin and magtuloy-tuloy tayo sa pag-maintain ng ating daily allowance below 50 grams and that will help us na mag-prevent ng sakit. So that's the way to go. Nasagot na po ito. Pag inalis ang gallbladder, okay lang ba mag-keto? Okay lang po. Nagkakaroon ng konting adjustment sa bowel movement, pero it is okay. Okay. Ganun din po kay Miss Wilma. Yes, okay lang po yun. Okay. Doc, good evening. 1 month na po ako low carb. Wala na po red eyes ko because of my RA daw. Pero minsan masakit eyes ko. As per my blood chem, mataas pa rin ESR. And I understand naman po kasi yes. And sometimes, Miss Elisa, again, rheumatologic conditions may not necessarily fully reverse with just doing low carb. Ano? Kasi sometimes the component is not really related sa paglo-low carb. Nakakatulong pa rin yung paglo-low carb to maintain overall wellness, but sometimes it's really, an autoimmune condition. So, try lang po natin, tuloy-tuloy lang itong lifestyle na ito, tingnan natin. Okay, from Germany, hello, Miss Bans La Chica. Thank you po for watching. Okay, meron din tayong post nito, Miss Evangeline Montemayor. Hair loss is very common. It's a transient effect. Normal siya. make sure to eat nutrient-dense meals. Kailangan meron tayong, things like biotin, zinc, mga ganyan po, iron, these things cause hair loss. Kailangan natin ng nutrient-dense meals. Pansamantala lang yan. Usually, the first 3 to 6 months nangyayari yan, but nothing to be afraid of. Okay? Okay, Miss Madel Caldito. 1 month na naka-low carb, sumasakit ang lower back. Anong gagawin? So there are a few components to lower back. It could be na ang lower back ninyo ay, kumbaga, yung parang coincidental, or it could be related sa paglo-low carb. Ngayon, it's important to obviously strengthen your back. Make sure that you're meeting your electrolyte requirements kasi baka nga masyadong nade-dehydrate yung mga muscles supporting the back. Sometimes yung yung intervertebral discs, baka nade-dehydrate masyado gawa ng paglabas ng electrolytes. So, hydrate, supplement, and then do your back exercises po. If symptoms persist, obviously, check with your doctor. Rice, lahat po ng rice, red, brown, green, kung ano man yan, lahat po yan, bawal sa ating lifestyle. Nandun po siya sa stop section ng ating food guide. Iwasan po natin, Miss Malu, hindi po siya pasok sa ating lifestyle. Miss Susan, maaari, pero it can be a completely different thing po. Maaaring baka may psoriasis, baka may atopic dermatitis. Keto rash kasi mainly nandito siya. Pero posible din na dyan sa mata. However, if it's very isolated, baka nga po yung mga ibang conditions na nabanggit ko. Okay. Okay lang po ba, Dr. T-MAD, per 6 a.m. breakfast, 12 noon ang last meal? Bakit po ganito, Mr. or Miss Valentine Angelo? Bakit 6 a.m. ba't ang aga po, tsaka 12 noon? Kayo ba ay nagna-night shift? Kasi mas maganda po na tayo ay later kumakain, kumbaga yung sandwich ng time natin. Unless night shift nga kayo, that's fine. Kasi parang 6-hour eating window lang naman kayo, that's okay. Pero mas maganda yung, sana yung breakfast natin ma-push a little bit later. Pero if you are, night shift, that's okay. Miss Ems, pagka ganyan po, kailangan magpatingin na. Marami pong iba't ibang organs na nandyan sa left abdominal natin. Pag babae, nandyan ang ating ovaries, nandyan yung fallopian tube natin. Usually yung colon, kung saan usong tumutubo yung diverticulum, dyan inaatake. So patingin din po tayo kung patuloy ang sintomas. Kasi likely iba yung kaso, ibang cause. Okay, Mr. Boyet Soro, Doc, do I have to continue my febuxostat? Forgot, I've been doing keto for 3 months, lose a lot of weight. Okay. So ito, sir, again, I do not encourage yung magsa-stop lang tayo na hindi tayo nag-check sa doctors natin po, usually, sa mga kaso na ganito, I do look at a few different parameters before I get my patient off. Certainly, it can be done. So that's the good news about it. It can be done, but please don't just do it on your own. Work closely with your doctor. Check din natin yung mga parameters. Pag okay na lahat, then you can get that weaned off working closely with your own doctor. Yes, Miss Rhonda, any form of smoking, highly discouraged po. If you can stop, all the better. Kasi sayang, lahat ng mga ginagawa nyo ng paglo-low carb, hindi naman, kumbaga, maka-cancel out lang siya kasi nagsismoke din kayo. Because smoking, does a whole lot of damage na ibang klase naman compared sa paglo-low carb. So, pinaganda mo nga yung katawan mo, naglo-low carb ka in one way, but then, nagsusmoke ka rin. So then you're also inciting damage in a different way. So it's best if you can also stop din po ito. Paano po o gaano kadami eat sa protein? Miss Emily, mangampo, 1.2 to 1.7 grams per kilogram body weight. So 1.2 to 1.7 grams per kilogram body weight per day ang inyong protein requirement. So kung kunyari ikaw ay 50 kilogram woman, kung kukunin natin yung kalagitnaan ng 1.2 to 1.7, gamitin natin 1.5. Kung 50 ka, di 75 grams. Yun ang iyong protein requirement for the day. Okay? From Bulacan, Diyos mabalos po, Sir Eric Dura. Salamat tunon po sa pagiling, sir. Okay, Miss Jepney Hatid. Hello po, simula mag-low carb, bakit lagi po dry bibig ko? Because po of the fluid, the electrolyte imbalances. Inom lang po tayo ng tubig, do the electrolyte solution. Water intake minimum, it's a range. Anywhere between, 6 to 8 glasses per day. Every person's different, but try with the 6 minimum, then go up to 8. Okay. Okay, Mr. Marlon Malana, I had my lab test result nung December 8. Mataas po total cholesterol ko, lalo na LDL. FBS is high, uric acid. I had been to low carb fasting, even OMAD since September until now. Okay, so ito, sir, you still haven't had enough time to really get the lifestyle to work for you. Tuloy-tuloy lang po. There are moments of transient ito sa simula. Matataas talaga yung mga LDL at hindi basta-bastang babagsak agad-agad yung ating like the sugar, of course, the uric acid, but you have to persevere po. Hindi kasi ito, again, as I always say, this is a marathon. You cannot expect a medical condition that's been there for quite a while to reverse in a matter of a few months. So keep going lang po, sir. Patuloy lang ang ating pagmamonitor every 3 months ng mga laboratory parameters. Continue to be faithful kay food guide. Samahan natin ng fasting. So the two of those, and then kung kaya na ninyo, be active po. Because a combination of low carb fasting and then movement, so exercise, tamang tulog po. We have to be holistically well po. Tamang tulog, less stress, hindi basta-bastang stress, kundi toxic stress can help with these conditions. Okay. Okay. Miss Clara, okay lang, normal lang po ba nagkaka-bruises nung nag-start? Yes. Yes. Ano po yan? Transient effect lang po yan, ma'am. Okay, Miss Tony, I was not able to get clearly about gallstone, but I wish to thank you. Okay. Yeah, so, sige po. I will, thank you for the suggestion. I will create a video about gallstone. Dami nagtatanong nito. Sige po. Marahay na banggi po, Mr. or Miss Paz Bonville. Taga Sorsogon po. Dati may hypothyroidism, naging hyper, now low carb. 9 na lang ang difference, malapit na ako sa normal. 0.9 na lang ang difference. Okay, so you have to, usually the states of hyper and hypothyroidism, you will have to have hormones po. It cannot be, it's good to do low carb and fasting, but bako po yan ang pinaka magiging treatment ka yan. It's a hormonal imbalance. So you have to treat with hormones man po. Okay? Continue to do your low carb fasting, but I want you to be aware that hormonal ang problema digdi. So ang treatment ka will be actually hormones as well. Okay, so touch base po with your doctor. Okay, Mr. Ariel Magallanes, Doktora, may pag-asa po kayong bumalik yung pakiramdam ko. Diabetic type 2 ako, 2 months na naka-low carb. Do you mean po, sir, na nawalan kayo ng pakiramdam, let's say, sa inyong mga kamay, sa paa? Ang tawag po dyan ay neuropathy. Depende kung gaano na po kayo katagal na diabetic. Kung matagal na, minsan mahirap maibalik. Pero I've seen cases na yung mga patients nag-improve yung ganyan sa kanilang paglo-low carb. Sa pag-improve ng asukal, pag-improve ng kanilang lifestyle, sa remission ng kanilang sakit, maaari ding mag-improve yan. Hindi yan 100%. Depende kung gaano katagal na po kayo na merong neuropathy, yung naapektuhan yung mga nerves. Ngayon, basta ang sugar ay well-controlled, malaki ang chance na ito ay mag-improve pa rin, pero dapat po tuloy-tuloy. Okay. Mr. or Miss Paz, ipapatabi, dialysis patient, saro lang kidney niya. Okay, so medyo maselan po ini, Mr. or Miss Paz. kaipuhan po ng gabay ng ano kaini nephrologist, dietitian, maselan po 'pag saro na lang ang kidney kasi anything can happen. And specifically kung dialysis patient, limited ang protein requirement ka mga pasyenteng arog kaiyan, okay? So kaipuhan po magpailing sa nephrologist and yung magpatabang sa dietitian din po. Okay, Mr. Marlon Malana, since September bilis bumagsak aking weight from 73 to 65. I appreciate all advices step by step and low carb. Yes, addition to my prior result, play SGOPT, HbA1c ko. What does that mean, sir? Play? Mataas po or yeah, anyway, yes. So yes, it's important to monitor all those other results din po, sir. So yeah, give it some time po. Give it some time. Okay, HbA1c na 5.8. Yeah, that's still okay. Okay lang po 'yan. It can be better, Miss Angel. It can be better, but it's okay. It's within normal. Miss Sharon Lepania, Doctora, hello po. Merry Christmas. How long can we stay on low carb? I've read in Google it's only good for weight loss, dangerous for long term. So, Miss Sharon, pakipanood po sa YouTube, may video ako nilabas nito. This week lang yon about sustainability. I've been doing low carb for 16 years. 16 years na po ako naglo-low carb. Certainly, may mga nuances yan. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya like in my case, hindi naman yun keto 16 years, hindi po gano'n. So, sa akin is more moderate to liberal. Recently, between keto to moderate. So, ang kagandahan sa lifestyle na ito, may flexibility siya. So, you don't have to be strictly keto po, ano? As long as you're staying low carb, you can be between keto, moderate, and liberal. And in that way, you are improving your metabolic flexibility. But the important thing is to continue to be low carb. Hindi siya harmful if you are doing that. Plus, you are doing, so yan. If you're doing yung, alternation between the three, lalo pat kung ikaw ay nag-workout tapos may liberal, that's okay. Pero wag kang magli-liberal kung hindi ka naman nag-workout. Mag-a-add yung weight mo. So, it's not dangerous to do it long term. Pakipanood po yung video ko na yun, okay? I made a very complete explanation doon. Okay, nasa YouTube po, Level Up with Dr. Iris. Doc, bakit kaya every time kumain ako nagpupo agad 3 times and watery stool? Kailan pa po, Miss Janelle? Kasi baka merong iba pang causes yan. Sometimes, nangyayari yan sa adjustment, but kung mag-persist, importante pong pa-check kasi baka may iba pang causes. There are many disease conditions that can cause itong increased na bowel movements. So thyroid, mga infectious causes can also do that, right? So importante po. Okay, Sir Ariel, yes po. Tuloy-tuloy lang po tayo, sir. Kasi sa pag-improve ng ating sugar, mag-improve din yung ating neuropathy, yung nararamdaman ninyo dyan sa kamay, sa ulo. Mr. or Miss Avic, Jessiel, pwede po bang gamitin ang lard? Opo, pwede po. Okay, Miss Marlene, I'm glad to know po na benign naman po siya. Yeah, that's great. Hi, Doc. 2 months pa lang ako low carb as per lab. Mataas pa din bad cholesterol and high blood pressure. Yes, sir. Matagal po ito, sir, bago ma-reverse. So, tuloy-tuloy lang po ng lifestyle natin. Give it some time. Specifically, kung matagal na rin kayong merong ganyan na high blood and cholesterol, matatagalan din yung pag-reverse. But certainly, maaring mangyari po. Tuloy-tuloy lang po tayo. Okay. Okay, Miss Alona. I tried intermittent fasting but it triggered my ulcer. So, unang-una pong tanong, meron din akong video about this. Pakipanood po yung tungkol sa GERD tsaka ulcer. Unang-unang tanong, totoo ba siyang ulcer? Kasi kung hindi naman po, kayo ba ay na-diagnose ng ulcer through endoscopy? Yung may pinasok na video, tapos kinuhanan po ng sample? Kasi kung hindi yun ang way ng pagkakadiagnose sa inyo, baka hindi po yan ulcer, baka GERD lang po yan. Having said that, merong mga tests na kailangang gawin to learn kung ano nga ba yung cause ng pagsakit. Fasting and low carb, hindi sila magkukos ng pagsakit ng tiyan. There can be a transient adjustment, pero hindi dapat yan mag-cause ng ulcer. So baka may iba pang dahilan. Okay? And ang advice po dito, magpa-workup tayo kung tuloy-tuloy ang sintomas. Pa-test tayo, for example, H. pylori, baka meron kayo niyan. Or pa-check natin, baka meron kayong hiatus hernia. So iba't iba yan, maraming iba't ibang dahilan. And the important thing is, for any persistent symptoms, kailangan pinapasuri natin para ma-check kung meron pang ibang tinatawag na organic cause. Mga cause na hindi sanhi ng lifestyle, kundi either katulad niyan, H. pylori is infectious, hernia is structural. So yun yung mga kailangan natin pong malaman. Okay, Miss Jean, bagakon sa low MCHC, RDW, reverse or low carb. Not all cases po, depende kung ano nagko-cause nito. Sometimes ito ay by themselves, hindi naman yan dangerous po. But it's not really related sa ano po, sa nutrition. All it means is magkakaiba yung width ng inyong red blood cells. Sometimes it's related to mga nutrient deficiencies. So it may not necessarily be addressed by low carb fasting. Miss Mel, sa Avedra, bakit inatake ng gout si husband? 1 month pa lang siya doing low carb. Meron pong transient sometimes na worsening ng gout kapag tayo naglo-low carb dahil po, syempre kumakain tayo ng more protein, so nagkakaroon ng ganun. But over the long term, mag-i-improve po ito. So tuloy-tuloy lang po, Miss Mel, meron lang po yan, adjustment lang po. Okay, Miss Zenny, nagpa-opera ng pancreas, diabetic po ako from 2010. Nag-start na po ako ng low carb. Yes, tuloy-tuloy lang po. Okay, Miss Mayet, this is not really strictly related sa lifestyle. Ovarian cyst, may mga cysts na hindi naman related yan sa lifestyle natin. Again, it's always good na tayo ay mag-try ng low carb fasting lifestyle kasi nakaka-optimize ng health, but we cannot guarantee na mawawala ang cyst kasi hindi naman yan lifestyle related. Some of them shrink but not all. So it's good to have realistic expectations po. So follow your OB. Kung sinabing operahan, pa-opera po. Okay, Miss Jen, 110/60 na lang ang blood pressure, kaya hindi na umiinom ng gamot. Again po, yes, I mean, you can do that, but I will always advise for you to check in with your doctor kasi hindi lang blood pressure ang chine-check. Kailangan natin ng laboratory parameters. Ako personally, I would do yung kidney function, titignan ko yung mga iba pa, yung overall function ng pasyente before ko sabihin na clean bill of health. So hindi lang po yan basta lang BP. That's okay, you can stop it, but please visit your doctor again para ma-check talaga na tuluyan na kayong healthy. Miss Ina, hi doc, I successfully healed my health problems doing low carb fasting, but I'm having a hard time encouraging sisters and father to do the same lifestyle. My dad has high blood, sis have fatty liver. Oo, yeah. The only way that we can do that, Miss Ina, and thank you, si Miss Ina, isa sa mga community members natin. Thank you very much for spreading the advocacy. Minsan talaga, pag ang tao hindi pa ready, kahit anong kakapilit natin, hindi eh. So what you can do is you can continue to encourage them in a positive way. Talk about your non-scale victories, how it's making you feel, rather than yung parang pipilitin sila kasi sometimes ganun eh. Sabi nga, pwede mong dalhin yung kabayo sa well, right? You can bring the horse to the well, but for them to drink, it's up to them. So you can only give awareness, but they will have to be ready to accept this lifestyle. Pero tuloy-tuloy lang po yung sa inyo, Miss Ina. That's great. That's great. Okay. Hi, Doc. Okay lang ba HbA1c ko 59 or 5.9? Okay lang po yan. Medyo nasa taas na siya. It can be better po. Pagandahin pa natin. Miss Caroline Sonner, newbie po ako, 3 months ako low carb. pero nagka-fever po ako. Ano po kaya ang mali? Fever is not part ng ano natin. I mean, it's unusual. It's unusual to have fever. So patingin po tayo sa doctor. Baka may ibang nangyayari. Common sa atin is yung mga cramps, yung mga sakit ang ulo, but fever, kailangan pong ipa-check yan. Okay, Mr. June, 2 months, nag-low carb. Recently, palagi masakit right side sa likod ng ulo ko. So ito, sir, can be related to electrolyte, but it can also be another thing. So try muna natin, sir. Panoorin niyo po yung video ko sa YouTube, Low Carb and Side Effects. Nandun yung formula tungkol sa electrolyte replacement. Try nating sundan yon. If in spite of that, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pagsakit ng ulo, kailangan na po magpa-check nito, sir. Kasi although it can be electrolyte in nature, yung pagsakit, pero kung nagre-replace na kayo tapos nandiyan pa rin, then it's time for you to look for other causes. Hello, Sir Dominic from Brunei. Hello po. Kumusta po kayo dyan? I hope you're doing well. Miss Janelle, yes, Doc, I have toxic goiter, may gamot ako. Di ba normal ng pupo every time kakain? Yeah, so thyroid conditions affect your bowel movement. Make sure na ang inyong levels ay euthyroid, ibig sabihin normal, with the PTU, okay? Kasi nakaka-apekto yung thyroid sa bowel movement natin. May osteoarthritis, Miss Lucy. Can I eat pork, nightshade, veggies, and shrimps? The only way to find out po is to try. Every person's different. Osteoarthritis by itself, it's usually a structural issue. So, bone on bone, nawawala na yung joint space. It's always worth a try kung angkop ang low carb lifestyle sa inyo. Okay, sino pa po? Doc, ask ko lang, anong nangyari kapag nag-low carb ng 3 months tapos kumakain ka ng high carbs? So, perfect. Miss Roni Rojas, meron po akong video about that. Anong nangyayari sa loob ng katawan kapag tayo ay nag-cheat at tayo nakakakain ng high carb? Marami pong nangyayari, unfortunately. And lahat sila merong long-term impact sa health natin. Panoorin niyo po yung video ko na yun. Yung low carb, cheating on low carb. So, level up with Dr. Iris. Okay. Okay, Miss Arlene Tayoyo. Almost 3 months na po ako naglo-low carb, then bigla po ako nag-collapse. Wala po ba akong dapat katakutan? Kailangan po itong masuri, Miss Arlene. Ang pagko-collapse maraming sanhi. Maaring ang sanhi ay related sa metabolic. So, yung mga electrolytes natin, mga ganun, maaring related siya syempre sa asukal, right? Kung nag-hypoglycemia kayo, maaring related siya sa puso. So, maaring hindi enough yung supply ng sa puso natin, yung blood na pinapump, and so, nagkulang yung oxygen papunta sa taas, then magko-collapse. Maaring related din siya sa nervous system natin. So, napakarami po niyang differential diagnosis. Kailangan masuri ng tama, kailangan ng konsulta sa doktor po. Kailangan ng laboratory exam, physical exam. Miss Maria Lourdes, panoorin niyo po yung video ko about pag-cheat kasi hindi lang basta yan simpleng occasion na after niyo mag-cheat, idadaan na lang sa exercise. It doesn't work. First of all po, 80-20 rule. 80% of, your optimizing your weight, optimizing your medical conditions will come from nutrition. 20% will come from exercise. So kung malaki ang piniplay na role ng nutrition, paano mo babawiin yun with exercise? Having said that, ang pinaka-importanting dahilan kung bakit hindi tayo dapat nag-cheat is yung sinabi ko dun sa video, yung 5 major effects ng cheating sa katawan natin and sa ating long-term na kalusugan. Okay, and you're welcome po, Miss Arlene. Mama Jen, Kuya Steve, hi Doc. Pwede ask kung nag-take ako ng amlodipine 5 mg, okay lang ba mag-take magnesium citrate? Kasi sumasakit pa rin ulo ko at kahit uminom ako electrolyte na salt at cream of tartar. Yes, try po natin. Kapag po hindi pa enough, you can certainly increase yung inyo pong Remember yung inyong potassium requirement is kasi yung cream of tartar konti lang yun nandun na potassium, eh, around mga 500 milligrams lang yun. Ang kailangan niyo kapagka kayo ay nagre-replace from losses from low carb is nasa around 4,000 po yan. So, try po ninyo yung potassium tablets or capsules, and then magnesium, try po ninyo may dose tayo 300 to 500. Try po ninyo na abutin muna yung mga dosages na yon before niyo say na hindi man nag-effect. Kasi baka hindi lang po naaabot yung daily requirement. Again, yung nasa cream of tartar is not that high kasi nga ayaw din natin na masobrahan. So just take the supplements po. Kuha kayo ng potassium and then kuha kayo ng magnesium na mga capsules. Sundan yung nandun sa label kasi depende sa brand and i-meet natin yung requirements. Okay? Okay. Sir Terence, hi Doc, watching from Saudi. Merry Christmas. Hello, sir. I've been doing LCL for 2 months, lost 10 kilos, diabetic type 2, injecting insulin, taking meds. Okay, so sir, hindi po pwedeng basta-bastang hinihinto ang insulin. So, ganito po yan. Magpapa-laboratory po muna kayo. So ngayon, di ba nag-lose na kayo ng weight. Ang gawin po natin, sir, balik tayo dun sa ating doctor. Hingi tayo ng series of laboratories every 3 months, merong check, titignan yung mga numbers. Base doon sa number, i-win off kayo sa gamot. Okay, so normally akong ginagawa ko dyan, win off ko, dahan-dahan. Pero I base that on objective measures. Okay, sir, hindi lang basta yan sa weight, marami tayong pinagbabasihan yan. Okay, so both for the insulin, lalo pa yung sa insulin, and for the high blood pressure medication. Okay. Mr. Vin Guieb, gout arthritis po ako. Anong effect nito sa low carb? Ano pong magandang gawin? Meron po akong video nito, sir, pero long story short, mag-i-improve po yung gout normally sa paglo-low carb. It may take a while. There may be a transient worsening in the beginning, but it will improve. Ang magandang gawin po, sir, tuloy-tuloy. Be faithful to the food guide. Saan mahahanap? levelupwithdriris.com. Libre yung food guide doon. Merong video ako specifically about this. Pakipanood po yun, sir, para kumpletong-kumpleto ang sagot. Okay? And persist lang with the lifestyle. Okay, and I'll do 2 more questions po and then we'll call it a night. Ayan, Sir Edwin Palasige, parang pumayat at bumaba timbang ko po. 3 months na ako low carb, 72 to 64, kulang po kaya ang kinakain ko. Okay lang po kaya ang timbang ko noon, 5'6" po ako pero okay naman ang pakiramdam ko. Nag-normal na ang sugar from 153 to 93. Yes, sir. Ito po, sir, ay talagang expected side effect ng lifestyle natin. Kasi ang nangyayari po dyan ay kinukuha na ng katawan natin yung mga stored fat natin, doon na tayo kumukuha ng fuel. So, syempre, bababa po yung ating timbang. Ngayon, ang importanteng malaman po dito, kailangan na nating samahan ito ng pag-exercise din po. Kasi not only will it improve yung medical condition ninyo, pero nakakatulong din ito sa pag-stabilize ng inyong timbang. Okay? The important thing is, nagpapacheck kayo, katulad ng sinabi ninyo, kayo nagpapacheck ng sugar, and nagno-normal naman na siya, have those regular measurements para malaman na tuloy-tuloy ang pag-improve ng ating medical condition, and then yung mga gamot unti-unting mawala, and then magme-maintain na lang po kayo. Okay, so and the maintenance will be, yun pong ating patuloy na paglo-low carb, yung movement, kasama po yun, syempre tamang tulog, and less stress sa buhay. Ayan. Okay, so I will end here, everyone. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Medyo midnight na yata dyan. Sa akin ay umaga na. So, Merry Christmas po, everyone. I'll see you again soon-ish. And stay healthy po lagi and stay low carb. Okay, bye for now.